Chapter 4014. Need to think of a solution. The uproar over the third ancestors.
Fall.
Hadn't yet subsided when another mournful rain swept across the origin continent, and the outer great Tao, another Tao Lord, had fallen. The Tao Lord who previously announced the third ancestor's fall now shrank back, not daring to speak. The third ancestor's dramatic return had been a slap in the face, leaving him too embarrassed to show himself again. Unlike the third ancestor, Shangguan Wentian wasn't as famous and had no great faction behind him, so his
fall
didn't cause much of a stir. Still, the mournful rain moved many, and some sensitive souls even shed tears without knowing why. In the soul void, Shangguan Wentian's shattered soul was slowly reconstituting under the power of the immortal jade. Lin Moyu observed the process again, now fully understanding how the heaven-covering stone and immortal jade worked together to enable a fake death and resurrection. The heaven-covering stone first deceived the world, using the death of 1/3 of the soul as proof, making the world believe the person had truly died. This erased the true spirit imprint from the origin continent, but the real true spirit didn't disappear. By the world's rules, after a period, the true spirit would be reactivated, either entering a new world, reincarnation, or the soul void, perhaps to become a soul beast and live a soul beast's life. The remaining 2/3 of the soul should have dissipated, but under the immortal jade's effect, they reformed, eventually becoming whole again though weaker for the loss and requiring a long time to recover. By then, the world would assume it had made a mistake, but the true spirit imprint would already be erased, completing the detachment from the world. Lin Moyu mused.
So, a true spirit leaves its imprint in a world only during reincarnation. Where are the soul beast's true spirit imprints? Not in the great spirit domain, nor the small spirit domain. Could it be the beast abyss?
He immediately thought that was the most likely place. Only then could it make sense. But that was just the imprint, not the true body. If he could ever find where all true spirits reside, he could control everyone's life and death. Of course, that was just a wild thought. Lin Moyu knew it was unrealistic. A year later, Shangguan Wentian was finally revived by the immortal jade. His soul so weak he nearly dropped below the Tao realm. Lin Moyu promptly used the power of life and soul flowers to barely stabilize his realm. Shangguan Wentian was weaker than the third ancestor, but at least he was stable. After breaking free of the origin continent, Shangguan Wentian was overjoyed. Only he could truly understand the feeling of freedom. A few days later, his soul world arrived, and the next step was for his body to leave. Somewhere on the outer great Tao, Shangguan Wentian's body awakened. Unlike the third ancestor, he had no unfinished business and immediately flew out of the world. Not far out, he was stopped by someone. This man, Yusong, was also a Tao Lord and a close friend who had helped Shangguan Wentian before. He sensed that the fallen Tao Lord was Shangguan Wentian, but now saw him alive and was puzzled. He didn't believe his senses were wrong and suspected something deeper. Shangguan Wentian clasped his hands in greeting.
Brother Yusong, I don't know how to explain today's events. It involves some secrets of heaven and earth. Please don't ask further.
Yusong looked at him, his expression complicated, but didn't press. He could clearly sense Shangguan Wentian's aura was weak, obviously gravely wounded. He quietly said,
What are you doing? If you're in trouble, you can always come to me.
Shangguan Wentian shook his head.
It's really hard to explain. If there's ever a chance, I'll tell you everything.
This matter was too grave he couldn't say a word. He knew well that, besides the slumbering world will, many spies remained on the origin continent. Those who survived from previous eras were all agents of the world will, monitoring the world while it slept. If they found out, it could cause big trouble, even awakening the world will early. Lin Moyu had warned of all possibilities, and Shangguan Wentian knew what to do. Unable to get answers, Yusong could only watch him leave. He didn't notice that as Shangguan Wentian departed, his eyes were full of apology and guilt. After all, Yusong was a true friend who had helped him many times, and now that Shangguan Wentian was free, he couldn't help his friend in return. Back in the soul void, the next step was to help Shangguan Wentian nurture a world spirit. Perhaps because Lin Moyu was sensitive to souls, he noticed Shangguan Wentian's mood.
What's wrong?
he asked. Shangguan Wentian didn't hide anything and told him about Yusong. Lin Moyu knew Shangguan Wentian had several friends, not just Yusong. But he couldn't help everyone. The heaven-covering stones and immortal jades were limited, and not everyone could get one. Plus, finding suitable worlds took time, and time was running out. Lin Moyu said quietly,
Everyone has their fate, it's up to luck.
Shangguan Wentian understood and sighed. He split off a strand of soul, and Lin Moyu performed the nurturing spirit art to plant it in the new world, while also teaching him the spirit control art to master. The coming tens of thousands of years would be spent recovering and mastering these arts. Lin Moyu left undead servants behind to guard him, just in case. Next, Lin Moyu went to find Shin-Chin. Shin-Chun hadn't become a Dao Lord yet. He was at the peak of the Great Dao realm, just half a step away. In terms of combat power, he was no weaker than some weaker branch Dao Lords, and could even beat Shangguan Wentian as he was now. Also, the fall of a great Dao cultivator wouldn't cause a worldwide mourning, so it would be less noticeable. Shangguan Wentian's case had made Lin Moyu cautious. If Yusong could sense it, others could too. If the world will's old agents noticed, there could be trouble, maybe even an early awakening. Lin Moyu was especially concerned about the Beast Emperor, who had already drawn attention. He wasn't worried about their strength, but feared they might prematurely awaken the world will, which would be a real problem.
Looks like I need to think of a solution.
Chapter 40:15. Lin Moyu must be plotting something. Lin Moyu didn't need much more time, at most, a little over a decade, and everything would be ready. By then, even if the world will awakened, he wouldn't need to care. He could go all out and destroy the world will completely. A year later, Lin Moyu fulfilled his promise to Shin-Chun, helping him nurture a world spirit and leaving undead servants behind to guard him before turning to find Mo-He. Mo-He, the former king of the Boundary Sea, was dozing off outside the world's source core. For Mo-He, a nap could last hundreds or thousands of years. Time passed quickly for him. Sensing Lin Moyu's arrival, Mo-He slowly opened his sleepy eyes and greeted.
Brother Lin, you're back.
Lin Moyu nodded.
Did you sleep well?
Mo-He wasn't embarrassed at all.
Not bad, not bad. Did you gain anything this time, Brother Lin? When can we start?
Lin Moyu said.
The third ancestor, friend Wentian, and friend Shin-Chin have all gained their freedom. Now it's your turn.
Mo-He's eyes lit up.
Really? Good, good. Just tell me what to do.
Lin Moyu explained the process in detail. Mo-He was straightforward after receiving the heaven-covering stone and immortal jade. He immediately split his soul. Perhaps due to his unique nature, Mo-He's soul was much stronger than the others, making the process even more painful. The stronger and larger the soul, the more painful the split. Mo-He gritted his teeth, his massive soul body trembling. After a while, Mo-He finally finished splitting his soul, merging a third with the heaven-covering stone and refining the remaining 2/3 with the immortal jade. The immortal jade was miraculous even though Mo-He's soul was several times larger than others. A single piece could envelop it all. Between suicide and being killed, Mo-He proudly chose suicide, detonating a third of his soul with a muffled groan and dying on the spot. Once again, the origin continent was plunged into mourning, with a sorrowful rain falling from the sky.
Another Dao Lord has fallen. What's going on? What's happened these past few years? That's the third one. Yeah, it doesn't feel real. Can a Dao Lord really die so easily?
Many powerful figures on the outer Great Dao were shocked and puzzled. Dao Lords weren't supposed to die so easily. In just over 3 years, 3 had died. Finally, another Dao Lord couldn't help but sense who had fallen and announced it.
It's the Black Whale Clan's Dao Lord. The Dao Lord of the Water Great Dao. With the Black Whale Clan's body, his combat power was stronger than most Dao Lords. How could he have fallen? Have you noticed? All the Dao Lords who died recently were Lin Moyu's friends.
Once someone pointed it out, everyone realized it was true. From the third ancestor to Shangguan Wentian and now Mo-He all had helped Lin Moyu when he reached the Great Dao realm, fighting against the outer Great Dao's enemies. Later, it was said they'd left the origin continent to pursue the Great Tao, which was normal and aroused no suspicion. But now, it seemed odd, why did they leave before Lin Moyu, rather than stay to protect him? One explanation was that Lin Moyu no longer needed protection, he was strong enough to defend himself. Another was that their debts to Lin Moyu were paid, so they didn't need to protect him anymore. But now, one after another, they were dying. A Tao Lord silenced the chatter.
If you're right, the next should be the Beast Emperor. This isn't so simple. Think about it, has Lin Moyu ever done anything meaningless? If the next is really the Beast Emperor, then Lin Moyu must be plotting something.
No one knew who this Tao Lord was or where he came from, only that his voice echoed across the entire origin continent and every corner of the outer Great Tao. Many astute people immediately sensed that a great conspiracy was unfolding over the origin continent. Some wanted to find Lin Moyu, but he wasn't in the origin continent. Others tried to reach Yuedao City, Lin Moyu's stronghold, hoping to contact him there. News spread that Lin Moyu's closest disciples and family were in Yuedao City. As a result, chaos erupted in the city. People started fighting and killing. The city's formations were activated, and the current managers, such as Hao Daozuan, were all veterans of bloody battlefields and not afraid of trouble. In the back and forth, the chaos in Yuedao City escalated, drawing many outer Great Tao experts. Xiao Jin and Xiao Pang, two artifact spirits, controlled the 5 elements formation, summoning giant golems with Tao Lord-level combat power, intimidating the crowd and temporarily calming the city. But the turmoil didn't end. Rumors about Lin Moyu grew more outrageous. Some said he planned to destroy the world. Others said he wanted to become the world's ruler. Yuedao City became isolated. Its formations fully activated, no one could enter or leave. 2 years later, Mohe was revived from the immortal jade. Because his soul was stronger, revival took longer. Before his resurrection, his soul world had already detached from the origin continent and appeared before him. As soon as Mohe revived, Lin Moyu urged him to have his true body leave the origin continent immediately. Mohe trusted Lin Moyu completely and did as told without hesitation. That day, a giant black whale over 1,000,000 meters long appeared on the outer Great Tao, causing a sensation. The Black Whale clan was overjoyed when news of Mohe's death spread. Their status plummeted, though they were still strong enough that few dared to challenge them. Still, not having a Tao Lord backing them made a difference. Now, seeing Mohe alive, they were ecstatic. Some people noticed that what happened to Mohe was the same as with the third ancestor rumored dead, but clearly alive. Had they really died, or were they plotting something with Lin Moyu? Mohe, following Lin Moyu's advice, immediately tried to leave the origin continent, but 2 Tao Lords blocked him. Without a word, a great battle erupted. Mohe didn't linger, he broke through the encirclement with all his might and disappeared into the world's mist. Chapter 40:16. The Beast Emperor self-destructs as agreed. After Mohe escaped into the world mist and flew a great distance, making sure no one was following, he returned to the Soul Void. As soon as he entered, he told Lin Moyu.
Something seems to have happened.
Mohe recounted the events in the origin continent, including the battle and what he'd observed, such as the 2 5 elements giants outside Yuedao City. He described everything in detail. After listening, Lin Moyu asked quietly,
You said the 2 Tao Lords who blocked you weren't from this era?
Montag Hai nodded.
Their methods were subtle, but I could tell they used Buddhist clan secret arts. I hate those baldies the most. No way I'm mistaken. But how could there be Buddhist Tao Lords?
The Buddhist clan naturally had Tao Lords, just not from this era. The previous era belonged to the Buddhist clan. Besides outliers like the 3 Lives Buddha Lord, there were quite a few Tao Lords. After that era was buried, some Tao Lords became agents of the world will, which was normal. Lin Moyu said softly,
Looks like they really are watching. They only sent 2 to block you this time, but next time there'll be more. Before, they only suspected, but after your death and resurrection, their suspicions are confirmed. They'll definitely take action next, most likely targeting me as agents of the world will.
Mohe asked.
So what do we do next?
Lin Moyu replied,
No worries. They probably still don't know what I'm really after. I plan to use the Beast Emperor to draw them out and then catch them all in one go.
Montag Hai was startet.
You're going to kill them?
Lin Moyu shook his head.
Not yet. I just want to trap them, but I'm worried they might contact the world will, so it's best to knock them unconscious.
Mohe said.
They're strong. With your power, killing them isn't hard, but knocking them out won't be easy.
Lin Moyu smiled.
They're just Tao Lords, not a problem.
He already had a full plan. As long as he succeeded, he'd have enough time. He didn't need much more. As long as they hesitated, that would be enough. Lin Moyu helped Mohe nurture a world spirit and left undead servants to guard him. Then went to find the Beast Emperor. The Beast Emperor wasn't far away. Soon, Lin Moyu arrived. Seeing the Beast Emperor still asleep, Lin Moyu set up a new formation, snapped his fingers and woke him up. Inside the formation, the Beast Emperor awoke and asked,
Lin Taoist, is everything ready?
Lin Moyu nodded.
All set. The third ancestor and the others have already broken free. Now it's your turn.
The Beast Emperor said,
Now that I'm awake, those guys will probably come for me.
Lin Moyu smiled.
Don't worry. I've improved the formation here. Your soul and your avatar are temporarily cut off. They won't notice for a few days.
He then explained the plan and how to deal with those people. Lin Moyu guessed those people were definitely watching the Beast Emperor and Yuedao City. Before, it was just suspicion, so they hadn't acted against Yuedao City. But once the Beast Emperor died, their suspicions would be confirmed, and they'd act. After discussing the plan, the Beast Emperor split his soul, refining the heaven-covering stone and immortal jade. He would detonate a third of his soul in 3 days, giving Lin Moyu 2 days to return to the origin continent. 2 days later, Lin Moyu returned from the soul void. In a secret room in Yuedao City, he slowly opened his eyes. His gaze pierced the thick walls and layers of formations, sweeping across the entire origin continent. As a Tao Lord, only he could do this. He had made many preparations on the origin continent, treating it like a chessboard. Some moves were critical, others were just for flexibility. Many of the continent's origin spirit veins had been refined into his
eyes.
Even without Destiny's blessing, he could reach any place on the continent with a single thought. He had also used formations to cover the continent, with the divine continent cauldron as the core. The cauldron had been in his soul world for years, and thanks to the world tree, it was already his. The cauldron didn't belong to the world will, and with its help, the world will would have a hard time regaining control of the continent. Lin Moyu saw several figures hidden on the outer Great Tao. These people could hide from anyone, even current Tao Lords. The world will had given them special privileges. But they couldn't hide from Lin Moyu, whose soul had reached the Tao Lord's peak. He could see them clearly. They were all Tao Lords, and none were from this era. They bore traces of the Buddhist clan, survivors from the previous era. There were also 2 Tao Lords outside Yuedao City, hiding underground, not Buddhists, but ancient insect clan Tao Lords. The insect clan also had Tao Lords who survived and became agents of the world will. After more than an era, these insect Tao Lords hadn't become great Tao Lords, but their power far surpassed ordinary Tao Lords. Finally, Lin Moyu checked on the Beast Emperor's hiding place. It was very safe. However, the Beast Emperor's avatar in the origin continent had been captured and couldn't even die if he wanted. Fortunately, the Beast Emperor reacted quickly, using Mohe's internal space to sever the connection with his avatar. Otherwise, those people could have used the avatar to affect the Beast Emperor. Lin Moyu took a deep breath, took out a heaven-covering stone, split off a third of his soul, and refined it into another self. He did this extremely fast, finishing in moments. For him, splitting his soul was as easy as eating or drinking. The rest of his soul merged with the immortal jade for protection. Lin Moyu felt the immortal jade wasn't as effective as his own rebirth, but its unique advantage was faking death. The combination of immortal jade and heaven-covering stone could fool the world and allow him to escape. He then took a fine material and crafted a formation plate, spending half a day to set up a small but powerful formation. 3 days later, the Beast Emperor self-destructed as agreed. The world mourned, and a heavy rain fell. With the Beast Emperor's death, his avatar also vanished. Lin Moyu looked at those hiding in the shadows.
Time to move.
Chapter 4017, Schemes. The Beast Emperor's fall immediately sparked speculation among those on the outer Great Tao. After sensing it, a Tao Lord announced,
It really is the Beast Emperor. The Beast Emperor has also fallen. So it's truly related to Lin Moyu. What exactly is he trying to do? I really want to ask him what he's up to, why he's creating these fake Tao Lord deaths.
No one could figure out Lin Moyu's motives. Not only the current era's powerhouses, even Tao Lords from the previous 2 eras couldn't understand him. They couldn't make sense of his actions, but they could feel that Lin Moyu was up to something significant. Now, they had 2 choices. Handle it themselves or try to awaken the world will early and let it deal with the problem. But awakening the world will came at a huge cost, something only to be done as a last resort. A group gathered on the outer Great Tao to discuss the matter, not realizing that Lin Moyu was watching everything they did. There were 7 in total, 3 insect race Tao Lords and 4 Buddhist Tao Lords. These included the 2 who had been underground outside Yuedao City, 3 on the outer Great Tao, and 2 who had been guarding the Beast Emperor's avatar. The ones who had tried to block Mo Hei's departure were among them. After failing to stop Mo Hei, they realized something was truly wrong. Otherwise, only sending 2 would never have been enough to stop a Tao Lord. Lin Moyu didn't know if these 7 were all of them, but since they'd appeared, he decided to deal with them first. If there were more, these 7 could serve as bait. A space elemental lich appeared at his side, and Lin Moyu provided coordinates. The space lich opened a spatial channel and sent the newly crafted formation plate directly to the group. The 3 insects and 4 Buddhists were still discussing when, suddenly, the formation plate appeared and a powerful light swept over them. It all happened too fast for them to react before the formation swallowed them. The formation became a cage, trapping all 7 inside, and then a drop of Great Tao origin energy exploded in the array, sweeping through like a hurricane and injuring them all. Tao Lords are powerful, but against Great Tao origin energy, they were still lacking. If Lin Moyu hadn't held back, a bit more origin energy could have killed all 7 on the spot. Lin Moyu then took out 2 items given to him by the Emperor's Zhongchen and Mugong projections of innate origin treasures. Though much weaker than the real thing and even less effective in the real world, they were more than enough to deal with 7 wounded Tao Lords. The morning bell and evening drum sounded together, time and space merging into a force that surged within the formation. With time and space in chaos, the 7 heavily injured Tao Lords couldn't resist and were instantly engulfed, their souls thrown into confusion and knocked unconscious. The bell and drum continued to resonate, maintaining the time-space power and keeping the 7 Tao Lords in a state of suspended animation. As long as the bell and drum didn't stop, they wouldn't wake up. Against Lin Moyu's schemes, these 7 Tao Lords were nothing. Besides the bell and drum, Lin Moyu had several other ways to control them, but this method was the most effortless. Lin Moyu stayed on the origin continent for a while, confirming that the World Will's agents hadn't sent any new people, before returning to the Soul Void. The soul body that entered the Soul Void was the main one fused with the Immortal Jade. The part left in the real world was fused with the Heaven Covering Stone. Lin Moyu discovered another use for the Heaven Covering Stone and Immortal Jade. After splitting his soul, both parts could exist simultaneously in the real and virtual worlds, allowing for synchronized information between the 2. The benefit was that the third of his soul left in Yuedao City could control his physical body, act, and even fight. Thanks to the Heaven Covering Stone, no one could tell his soul was incomplete, not even the world itself. The downside was the confusion caused by existing in both worlds at once, which could lead to soul disorder. Ordinary Tao Lords couldn't maintain this state for long, 10 days to half a month at most before their souls would be torn apart, never to merge again, resulting in severe loss of cultivation or even death. Only someone like Lin Moyu, whose soul had reached the world's limits, could barely manage it. Lin Moyu returned to the Beast Emperor's side. The Beast Emperor, now dead, was being revived by the Immortal Jade, and Lin Moyu stood guard. Meanwhile, his soul in Yuedao City watched the world, especially monitoring the 7 Dao lords he had trapped. A year after the Beast Emperor's self-destruction, his soul had fully reformed and he was completely revived. Now truly free, his true spirit imprint in the origin continent was erased. Lin Moyu smiled.
Congratulations, Beast Emperor, on your freedom.
Though his power was greatly diminished, he remained a Dao Lord, and true freedom was what he valued most. A few days later, his soul world arrived, and the Beast Emperor returned to it. In the outer Great Dao, the Beast Emperor awakened and appeared in the void. According to Lin Moyu's plan, he didn't immediately leave, but revealed himself to let everyone know he was alive. At the same time, Lin Moyu's soul in Yuedao City kept watch. The Beast Emperor was bait. If any survivors from previous eras remained, they might show themselves. After waiting a day with no one appearing, he left at Lin Moyu's signal. Lin Moyu thought to himself, 7 isn't many, but it's not too few either. The origin continent now had over 20 Dao Lords, with more than 30 at its peak. But this was the third era, the world will's peak. In the first and second eras, the continent wasn't as strong, and there were fewer Dao Lords, maybe 6 or 7 in the first era, and a bit more, but not over 15 in the second. So, the total number of Dao Lords who became the world will's puppets wouldn't be too high. These 7 could very well be all of them, though perhaps a few more were hidden. After helping the Beast Emperor nurture a world spirit and teaching him the spirit control art, Lin Moyu contacted the world sealing Dao Lord. The world sealing Dao Lord had already found his own world and fought many battles there. The world's formation skills were impressive, and the world sealing Dao Lord hadn't gained the upper hand. He had set up many formations in the Soul Void, attacking the world like a fortress, but couldn't break through its defenses. When Lin Moyu arrived, the formation battle was in full swing, lighting up the Soul Void in a spectacular display.
You finally showed up, kid. I thought you'd forgotten about me.
The world sealing Dao Lord shouted, drinking loudly. Chapter 40:18. If a turtle can do it, what are chickens and dogs? Lin Moyu knew the world sealing Dao Lord was joking with him. This senior, who had lived 3 lives and helped Lin Moyu greatly when he first entered the great world, was someone Lin Moyu always felt grateful toward. Even though the world sealing Dao Lord had his own motives, who in the world doesn't? In Lin Moyu's eyes, motives didn't matter. What mattered was what one did. As long as no harm was done to him and the end result was mutually beneficial, there was no problem. Back then, the world sealing Dao Lord was called Water-Stopping Heavenly Venerable and had explained many things about the world to Lin Moyu, helping him a lot. Lin Moyu remembered every bit of it and would never forget. While he didn't believe in repaying every drop of kindness with a flood, he believed in fair reciprocation, or even a bit more so he could face his conscience. That's why he was willing to help the world sealing Dao Lord break free from the origin continent's shackles and gain true freedom. He could feel the other's trust, so he repaid it in kind.
This world looks pretty good,
Lin Moyu said, gazing ahead. The world's formation skills were excellent, on par with the world sealing Dao Lords, showing that the Dao of formations held a high status here. Choosing this world was the perfect match for the world sealing Dao Lord. With a bit of pride, the world sealing Dao Lord took a big swig of wine.
Not bad, right? I searched several worlds before finding this one. It's the best fit for me.
Lin Moyu looked at him in surprise.
Where did you get that wine?
He remembered giving the world sealing Dao Lord some good wine, but it shouldn't have been possible to bring it into the Soul Void. The world sealing Dao Lord replied matter-of-factly.
I've lived 3 lives. I've entered the Soul Void countless times. Brewing a little wine in my soul world isn't too much, is it?
Lin Moyu laughed and shook his head.
Not at all. All right, I'll clear this world first, then we'll proceed as planned.
The world sealing Dao Lord nodded.
Earlier, I sensed several Dao Lords had fallen. I suppose the 3rd ancestor and the others succeeded?
Lin Moyu said.
They all made it.
Hearing that, the world sealing Dao Lord seemed relieved.
Good. I'll follow your lead from here.
Lin Moyu flicked his fingers, sending out several divine runes that pierced the battlefield and entered the opposing formation. The once mighty formation immediately lost its power, its strength dropping by more than half. The world-sealing Tao Lord was shocked. The opposing formation was as good as his own, and after years of fighting, he'd never been able to break it. If Lin Moyu had used brute force to smash it, he wouldn't have been so surprised, but Lin Moyu had simply used a few runes to weaken it by half. This revealed that Lin Moyu's understanding of the Tao of formations far surpassed his own, even though he was supposed to be the Tao Lord of formations. With the enemy's formation weakened, the world-sealing Tao Lord's own formation instantly gained the upper hand, launching waves of attacks that shattered the opposing formation. Lin Moyu continued sending out divine runes, crushing the enemy's defenses with ease. Such is the Tao of formations. A slight difference in skill leads to total domination. The world-sealing Tao Lord watched Lin Moyu closely and finally noticed the difference. The divine runes Lin Moyu used were fundamentally different from his own, even if they looked similar on the surface. He couldn't help but ask,
Lin kid, your divine runes.
Lin Moyu smiled.
You see it, don't you? I've integrated my own insights into these runes, they're not the same anymore.
He tossed a jade slip to the world-sealing Tao Lord.
The basic principles are all recorded inside.
The jade slip contained Lin Moyu's understanding of formation runes. Rather than just teaching the world-sealing Tao Lord how to improve his runes, Lin Moyu wanted him to figure it out himself. Only then could he create his own unique runes.
Thanks for the lesson, teacher.
Lin Moyu played along.
Good disciple.
Both burst out laughing. Their formations swept through the world, where more than a dozen Tao Lords stood ready to face their enemy. In this world, all Tao Lords excelled at formations even if they cultivated other Taos. They ultimately integrated them into formations. With Lin Moyu present, the world-sealing Tao Lord's formation was overwhelming. But killing Tao Lords wasn't easy. Not wanting to waste time, Lin Moyu unleashed his undead servants. An endless tide of undead swept across the world like a calamity, bringing despair. The world-sealing Tao Lord had nothing to do but watch Tao Lords fall one after another, sighing,
So many people strive to become Tao Lords, yet they're so easily defeated.
Lin Moyu said,
A Tao Lord is just a realm. As long as you're not eternal, you can still fall. And even if you reach eternity or beyond, it doesn't mean you can't die.
The world-sealing Tao Lord's eyelids twitched. He heard what Lin Moyu was implying. Lin Moyu had seen beings stronger than eternal existences, but he didn't ask after 3 lifetimes. His curiosity had faded, and he didn't want to know more than necessary. Knowing what lay beyond eternity was useless to him. He wasn't even close to reaching it. He said quietly,
I have no hope. Becoming a great Tao Lord is unlikely. I just want to live peacefully. If you get the chance, push onward, and when you make it, tell me what it's like. If one person attains the Tao, even chickens and dogs ascend. I'll just wait for you to make it, and take me with you.
Lin Moyu joked.
Why compare yourself to chickens and dogs?
The world-sealing Tao Lord laughed.
My third life was as a turtle. If I'm not afraid to be a turtle, what are chickens and dogs?
Fair enough. After 3 lives, not only was his curiosity gone, but even his bottom line had faded. Lin Moyu smiled.
All right, if that day ever comes, I'll take you with me.
He then explained the plan in detail. The world-sealing Tao Lord agreed without hesitation and chose to self-destruct. After all, self-destruction was nothing to him. Together, they reached the world's origin core, which was quite powerful. Lin Moyu used the world-burning fire to weaken the core, making it easier to nurture a world spirit. The world-sealing Tao Lord refined the heaven-covering stone and immortal jade, then decisively self-destructed. A little over a year later, the origin continent once again witnessed a worldwide mourning as another Tao Lord fell and torrential rain poured down. Chapter 4019. Who the hell is courting death? On the origin continent, torrential rain poured down. In Yuedao City, formations rose, and the rain became gentle as it passed through the barriers. No matter how fierce the storms raged outside, Yuedao City remained a paradise within. Over the past 2 years, Some had tried to attack Yuedao City, but all were repelled by its formations. Others tried to isolate the city, but Yuedao City stood firm. How Daozuan and the others declared that if anyone wanted a fight, they would fight to the end. The Lu Feng Chamber of Commerce was the first to declare its support, standing with Yuedao City. Several native sects on the origin continent also announced they would maintain good relations with Yuedao City. In the outer Great Dao, several factions expressed their alliance as well. The Black Whale Clan, some of the Beast Emperor's forces, and a few minor factions that supported Lin Moyu, though not strong alone. Together they were not weak, also stood with the city. At the time, many believed some outer Great Dao powerhouses would attack Yuedao City, but suddenly all went quiet. No one knew that the 7 Dao lords from previous eras had already been silently subdued by Lin Moyu. Some powerful Dao lords on the outer Great Dao sensed something was wrong. For some reason, when they looked at Yuedao City, it felt like staring at a ferocious beast. Now, Yuedao City was peaceful again, but after this ordeal, it was clear not just anyone could enter. The city only accepted allies. Any force that had attacked it was now an enemy. Their auras were recorded by the city's formations. If they dared to come, they would be killed on the spot, no questions asked. To Lin Moyu, there were only friends and enemies. Those who were neither had existed in the past, but never again. This time, the world-sealing Dao Lord's self-destruction triggered a worldwide mourning. Some Dao Lords sensed what was happening. They already knew these Dao Lord
Deaths
were all a ruse, Lin Moyu's handiwork. But they didn't know what Lin Moyu was planning, and they had no power to stop it. Even as Dao Lords, the world's future was now beyond their control. In Yuedao City, the Lin Moyu soul formed from the heaven-covering stone, controlling his physical body, slowly opened his eyes. His gaze once again pierced space, reaching the deepest parts of the outer Great Dao. He sensed a vast will awakening. The world will was beginning to revive.
Is it awakening early? Or is it growing wary because so many Dao Lords have left? Looks like I need to hurry.
Whatever the reason, the world will was indeed reviving. It would take time, but not too long. This wasn't the origin cataclysm, and the world will hadn't been badly hurt this time. He took out a scale given by Antares and activated it with his soul.
Have you found a suitable world?
He got straight to the point, no need for pleasantries with an old friend. Antares didn't answer. Lin Moyu frowned. Antares should have been able to hear him, even in the soul void.
Could something have happened?
Lin Moyu thought, stepping out to the outer Great Dao. His sudden appearance drew much attention. Everyone was watching the origin continent and the outer Great Dao, especially Lin Moyu. He charged into the Dragon Clan and entered Antares' place of seclusion. Antares had given him permission to come and go freely, so no one stopped him. After checking Antares' body and finding nothing wrong, Lin Moyu took out the causality ring, extracted a drop of Antares' blood, and used it to search for his location.
Seek cause, ask effect.
He activated the causality ring with his soul, tracing Antares' blood to find his whereabouts. A thin thread shot from the ring and vanished into the void. Antares' soul was now in the soul void, and the red thread pointed there. In the soul void, Lin Moyu's soul sensed the direction indicated by the thread. He glanced at the world-sealing Dao Lord, whose soul was still reforming in the immortal jade, left a host of undead servants to guard him, and set off toward the indicated location. The world-sealing Dao Lord would need another year to revive. Lin Moyu figured that was enough time to find Antares and see what had happened. Bang! Halfway there, Lin Moyu's soul was struck by a heavy blow, covered in cracks. For anyone else, this would have been a devastating injury, but for Lin Moyu, it was nothing. The power of life surged, and he recovered at a speed visible to the naked eye. This was the price of using the causality ring, but the cost was still within his limits. 3 days later, Lin Moyu arrived at the end of the causal thread. A small beast abyss had appeared in the void.
Beast Abyss. What the hell is he doing in the Beast Abyss? Is he trying to get himself killed?
Lin Moyu was baffled. Antares should have known how dangerous the Beast Abyss was. Why go in? The causality ring wouldn't be wrong. So Antares must have entered, which explained why he hadn't responded. Lin Moyu didn't know when Antares had gone in, maybe just recently, maybe a long time ago. At least he was still alive. After some thought, Lin Moyu decided not to enter. He knew nothing about the Beast Abyss, only that the small Beast Abyss connected to the Great Beast Abyss in the Golden Furnace Great Domain. Each of the 9 Great Spirit Domains had a Great Beast Abyss. Whether these 9 were connected or independent, Lin Moyu didn't know. If he went in, he might not find Antares, and it could take an unknown amount of time. With the world will awakening, he didn't have much time left. But he couldn't just leave Antares, so he decided to find someone else to go in. In the Golden Furnace Great Domain, the best candidate was the Golden Furnace Emperor. Lin Moyu moved at lightning speed, reaching the Dragon Lake Small Spirit Domain in just over 10 days. He burst into the Dragon Lake Small Spirit Domain, startling the Dragon Lake King. The king, thinking someone was invading, recognized Lin Moyu and hesitated.
Him again!
The Dragon Lake King instinctively wanted to stop Lin Moyu, but seeing the killing intent in his eyes, immediately backed off. Lin Moyu's mood was clearly dangerous. If the king tried to intervene, he'd probably be killed on the spot. Judging by the Discernment Beast's attitude toward Lin Moyu, dying here would be pointless. So the king pretended not to notice. At worst, he'd be scolded, but nothing serious would happen. The Discernment Beast was sleeping, protected by formations, so there was no need to interfere. Lin Moyu flashed through the Dragon Lake Small Spirit Domain and headed straight for the island where the Discernment Beast slept. The island was shielded by formations, and the Discernment Beast was napping inside. Lin Moyu sent several divine runes into the formation, shattering it with a bang. A storm erupted in the soul void. The startled Discernment Beast woke up, eyes fierce and full of sleepiness.
Who the hell is courting death, disturbing my sleep?
Without another word, it spat a beam of light straight at Lin Moyu. Chapter 40:20. Old Man advises you not to pry.
Great Tao world-ending palm.
A massive palm imprint appeared out of thin air, shattering the Discernment Beast's attack and striking directly at it. The Discernment Beast let out a strange cry, and the turtle shell on its back burst with brilliant light. From the light, a giant shield flew out, blocking the entire small island. The palm imprint slammed into the shield, which was sent flying with a thunderous sound but did not shatter. At the same time, a powerful rebound force erupted from the shield, forcefully deflecting the palm imprint. Lin Moyu was surprised the strike was already at the peak of the Tao Lord realm. Maybe it couldn't match an Eternal, but it was no weaker than some great Tao Lords. The Discernment Beast took the blow with ease, which was unexpected. This shield was clearly an innate origin treasure. Bathed in purple light, Lin Moyu landed on the island and called out,
Senior, it's me.
The Discernment Beast finally recognized Lin Moyu.
You brat, are you looking to die?
Lin Moyu said,
It was urgent, so I had to offend you, Senior.
The Discernment Beast, still grumpy from being woken, snapped,
What's so urgent? Speak.
Lin Moyu replied,
A friend of mine accidentally entered the Beast Abyss. I'd like you to help bring him out.
The Discernment Beast frowned.
Entered the Beast Abyss? What's his cultivation? He's a Tao Lord, but stronger than most. I checked his body before coming. He's still alive.
Lin Moyu answered. The Discernment Beast muttered,
A Tao Lord entering the Beast Abyss actually has a chance to survive. He must have entered a small Beast Abyss. Better odds there.
It looked Lin Moyu up and down.
With your strength, you should be able to go in yourself. Why come to me?
Lin Moyu said,
I have other important matters and don't know how much time it would take inside the Beast Abyss. I can't afford the delay. Most importantly, I'm not confident. I'm still far from your level, Senior.
He didn't forget to flatter a bit. The Discernment Beast snorted.
You come asking for help and even break my formation.
Lin Moyu shamelessly replied,
Desperate times call for desperate measures. I'll set up a new formation for you later, guaranteed to be better than the last. And I'll pay whatever price you ask, as long as you help.
The Discernment Beast rolled its eyes.
What can you offer?
Lin Moyu didn't waste time.
Innate origin materials, wild beast essence, and great Tao origin energy.
As he spoke, he took out the items. The innate origin material was a piece of crimson stone. He had plenty of those. The wild beast essence was even more abundant, giving 10 or so was nothing. He also had plenty of great Tao origin energy left. The Discernment Beast looked at the 3 items, finally locking its gaze on the great Tao origin energy.
You made this yourself?
Lin Moyu nodded.
Yes.
The Discernment Beast's eyes showed clear shock.
Didn't expect you could even make that. But it's not much use to me. 2 pieces of innate origin material aren't enough for me to go into the beast abyss to save someone.
It sniffed the air, its eyes lighting up.
I smell something else. Decided I want that. What do you want?
Lin Moyu asked.
Give me a heaven-covering stone and an immortal jade.
The Discernment Beast said with a gleam in its eye. Lin Moyu was surprised.
What do you need those for?
The Discernment Beast snorted.
Don't ask so much. Just tell me if you'll give them or not.
Without hesitation, Lin Moyu took out a heaven-covering stone and an immortal jade.
Here you go.
Though precious, these items were nothing compared to Antares' life, and he had enough to spare. The Discernment Beast was delighted, grinning.
Looks like you gained a lot this time, giving them up so easily. Not like the others, some only got one, some none at all.
Lin Moyu said.
I was lucky, got a few. Please, Senior, help. No rush.
The Discernment Beast replied.
The beast abyss isn't safe, but as long as your friend isn't too stupid, he can survive for a while. So, what does your friend look like, and which beast abyss is he in?
Lin Moyu immediately described Antares. The Discernment Beast closed its eyes and listened, hearing was seeing for it. Moments later, it opened its eyes.
Found him. Sure enough, he's in the beast abyss. Relax, he's still got more than half his life left, he won't die for now.
Lin Moyu was both relieved and exasperated. Antares really was playing with fire.
Please, Senior, help.
Lin Moyu urged. The Discernment Beast said.
It's inconvenient for me to go myself. I'll get someone else.
It moved its mouth as if speaking to someone Lin Moyu couldn't hear, but he knew it was sending a message. In the Golden Furnace Great Domain, the only one besides the Discernment Beast who could help was the Golden Furnace Emperor, who was raised by the Discernment Beast and regarded it as a father. If the Discernment Beast asked, he would act. In other words, the Discernment Beast had just earned a heaven-covering stone and an immortal jade with a word pure profit, enough to make even the 3rd ancestor weep. Soon, Lin Moyu sensed a powerful aura flying off at great speed.
It's done. He's gone to save your friend. Wait here, it won't take long.
The Discernment Beast said. Lin Moyu nodded, then asked,
What's it really like inside the beast abyss?
The Discernment Beast replied,
I know you're curious, but I advise you not to pry, at least not until you're qualified. When you've achieved the great Tao and become eternal, you can visit the beast abyss. At least then, you won't die.
Lin Moyu was startled. Eternity was supposed to mean undying, but the Discernment Beast clearly meant something else.
You mean, even if I become eternal, there's still danger in the beast abyss?
The Discernment Beast laughed.
Depends on what you do. At least in the small beast abyss, you'll be safe. But the great beast abyss, that place is always dangerous. You'll have to see for yourself.
Clearly knew more but wouldn't say. Lin Moyu didn't press. At that moment, the Discernment Beast asked,
You opened that gate, what did you see?
Lin Moyu didn't answer directly, but asked in return,
I'm curious, Senior, why haven't you ever gone inside? With your strength, entering the real world shouldn't be a problem.
The Discernment Beast shook its head.
It's not that I don't want to, but I can't. Some things you can do, but I can't, nor can the Emperor. Understand?
In the end, the Discernment Beast was still a soul beast, and like the Emperor, though powerful, it was bound by many restrictions. Lin Moyu asked,
If you can't go, why do you want to know?
The Discernment Beast laughed, its voice tinged with nostalgia.
Just curious. You must have gotten the full set of secret arts from the Myriad Marvel Steel, right? That means you entered the Myriad Spirits Pavilion.
Chapter 4021. Contradictions. This time, it was Lin Moyu's turn to be shocked. The Discernment Beast actually knew about the Myriad Spirits Pavilion. Could it even eavesdrop on the world behind the gate? That seemed impossible. If it could really hear, it wouldn't need to ask these questions. Another possibility was that someone else had entered the Myriad Spirits Pavilion before and told it about it afterward. But this was also impossible. Both Wan Zhongling and Old Road had said Lin Moyu was the first person to enter the Myriad Spirits Pavilion in a very long time. That left only one possibility. The Discernment Beast knew about the Myriad Spirits Pavilion because it had always known, not because someone told it. The Discernment Beast seemed to enjoy Lin Moyu's surprise, laughing heartily and completely forgetting its earlier grumpiness. Just now, Lin Moyu had shocked it. Now it was returning the favor. Lin Moyu quickly sorted out his thoughts, considering all sorts of possibilities, some reasonable, some not. In the end, he said quietly,
"If I'm not mistaken, you've been to the Myriad Spirits Pavilion before."
The Discernment Beast smiled and shook its head, as if denying Lin Moyu's guess. Lin Moyu pressed,
"At the very least, you've heard of the Myriad Spirits Pavilion."
The Discernment Beast replied,
"Stop guessing, you'll never get it right."
From its expression, Lin Moyu could tell his guesses were wrong. Based on his experience with the Discernment Beast, he knew that while it was clever, its eyes often betrayed its true thoughts. Lin Moyu sighed.
"It seems you're a survivor from that domain."
As soon as he said this, the Discernment Beast's expression changed for a split second before returning to normal. Lin Moyu caught the change and was shaken inside. This really was a survivor from that world. This answer explained many mysteries. Why the secret arts from the Myriad Spirits Pavilion could be used in this world, for example, meaning the rules were compatible. But different domains should have different rules. There must be some connection. Why was the Great Gate here? Was it because the Discernment Beast had come here? That domain had been so powerful, it shouldn't have been destroyed so easily, and its strong ones shouldn't all have perished. There must be other survivors. The Discernment Beast's expression answered many questions but also raised new ones. Clearly, it wouldn't tell him more. The Discernment Beast coughed lightly.
"So, what did you see in the Myriad Spirits Pavilion?"
Its gaze was serious, and an invisible aura enveloped the island. Not only would it not answer Lin Moyu's questions, it was now demanding answers itself. Clearly, if Lin Moyu didn't answer, it wouldn't let things go. But Lin Moyu met its gaze, equally serious.
"Senior Discernment, though I am weak, I've always been one who yields to reason, not to force."
Lin Moyu responded in his own way. "If you want to know, ask nicely. If you want to threaten me, forget it." The Discernment Beast suddenly withdrew its aura and burst out laughing.
"Just joking, Lin, my friend, don't take it to heart. If I'm not wrong, you must have met Wan Zhongling, right?"
So he even knows Wan Zhongling. He really does know that side well, Lin Moyu thought, now 70 or 80% certain the Discernment Beast came from that domain. He replied,
"Yes, I met the Pavilion Master."
The Discernment Beast shook its head.
"Don't call him Pavilion Master. He never called himself that, even though he was. He always went by Wan Zhongling. Since Wan Zhongling is still around, the Myriad Spirits Pavilion hasn't been completely destroyed. He should still be reincarnating somewhere, though who knows when he'll return."
Lin Moyu asked,
"So you mean Senior Wan Zhongling is currently reincarnating in this world?"
The Discernment Beast shook its head.
"Not necessarily. Beings like him, who knows where they'll reincarnate?"
Lin Moyu asked,
"Could reincarnation happen in another world?"
The Discernment Beast wasn't surprised.
"What's so strange about that? He long ago transcended the limits of any one world. Of course he could reincarnate elsewhere."
Wan Zhongling had never explained the nature of domains and worlds in detail. Lin Moyu had thought he'd have to figure it out himself. But now, seeing the Discernment Beast so knowledgeable, it was clear it knew a lot about this. Lin Moyu asked,
"Senior, can you tell me about the relationship between domains and worlds?"
The Discernment Beast grinned.
A piece of wild beast essence for the answer.
Clear price, no cheating. Lin Moyu immediately handed over a piece of wild beast essence. The Discernment Beast shook its head.
That's not enough for your question.
Lin Moyu handed over 10 pieces.
Please explain in detail.
He had plenty, so no need to be stingy. The Discernment Beast explained.
What you call world and what Wan Shongling calls domain are basically the same thing. But you need to understand, domains and worlds have strengths and weaknesses. The world where the Myriad Spirits Pavilion was is actually weaker than this one.
This surprised Lin Moyu. He'd thought it would be stronger. But on reflection, it made sense after all that world's Daos were isolated, which was a flaw. The Discernment Beast continued.
Don't be surprised. Precisely because it was weak, it was easier to break through the world's limits and surpass it. And because it was weak, it could be reformed even after surpassing it, you could stay within it. At the same time, because it was weak, there was no way to ascend to the ultimate level.
The ultimate level? Lin Moyu asked.
Senior, is the ultimate level you speak of the realm after the Saint Spirit realm? More or less.
The Discernment Beast replied.
Saint Spirit realm is just what they call it change the world, and the name changes too. And even at the same level, strength varies by world. For example, someone like the human sovereign is mid-tier among Eternals, but can still compete with the Myriad Spirits Pavilion's Hall Masters. In some ways, he's not as good, but in others, he's better.
Lin Moyu asked.
So the last step you mentioned before, what level is that? That's a level beyond this world.
The Discernment Beast said.
As I said, different worlds, same level, different strength. When you reach that realm, you'll understand realm doesn't matter. Only true strength does. Some domains look high level but are actually weak. Others look low level but are terrifyingly strong. But remember, at the ultimate level, everyone is the same. All Daos become one. All paths lead to the same end.
Lin Moyu asked quietly.
Last time you said you didn't know what comes after Eternal, but now you sound very familiar with the Saint Spirit realm. Isn't that a contradiction?
According to Wan Zhongling, the step after Eternal is the Saint Spirit realm, but the Discernment Beast had said before it didn't know what came after Eternal. Now it seemed to know all about it. The contradiction gave Lin Moyu a headache. The Discernment Beast shook its head.
Not at all. Saint Spirit realm is just their name. Eternal is just this world's name. After the last step.
Chapter 4022, Transcendence. The Discernment Beast continued.
As for what realm comes after the last step, each world has its own name for it, so I wasn't lying to you before. But once you take that step, you're definitely stronger than the so-called Saint Spirit realm. Those guys don't dare leave their own world. They only try to modify their world so they can stay. They're like turtles hiding in their shells, afraid to go out, so they'll never reach the ultimate level. But this world is different. Many eternal beings here have the courage to try that last step, to go beyond the world.
Not everyone is willing to leave their world, though. Lin Moyu immediately thought of the Kunlun Emperor and asked,
What do you think of the Kunlun Emperor?
He believed the Discernment Beast must know what the Kunlun Emperor had done. According to what the Discernment Beast said, after taking half a step, the Kunlun Emperor was also rejected by the world, but he didn't dare leave. Instead, he tried to modify the space of the Void Kunlun so he could stay, even slaughtering countless worlds and beings in the process. But the Discernment Beast slowly shook its head.
He's different. How so?
Lin Moyu pressed. The Discernment Beast said,
As far as I know, he only took half a step, but the real issue is the Boat of Calamity.
The topic circled back to the Boat of Calamity. Lin Moyu was now certain the Kunlun Emperor was inside the Boat of Calamity. But whether the voice he'd heard there was the Kunlun Emperor was still unclear. The Discernment Beast continued.
The Boat of Calamity is very mysterious. I don't know everything about it, only that it's ancient, and has existed since the beginning of the world.
The Discernment Beast had never been to the Boat of Calamity and couldn't eavesdrop on it, so it knew nothing more. It only knew that after taking half a step, the Kunlun Emperor eventually entered the Boat of Calamity. In contrast, Lin Moyu had been inside and seen some things. What started as a Q&A became more of a conversation. From the Discernment Beast, Lin Moyu learned a lot and sorted out his thoughts. Most important was the distinction between the two worlds. The world of the Myriad Spirits Pavilion, even though its Saint Spirit realm surpassed the eternal level of Lin Moyu's world, wasn't necessarily stronger in true combat power, just superior in some abilities. At that level, realm is just a label. True strength is what matters. The Discernment Beast told Lin Moyu that those who surpass the limits of the world and stand above it are called
Transcendence.
This is a widely recognized term across many domains and is unrelated to cultivation or strength, only to one's position. In some weak worlds, their transcendence might only have the power of a Tao Lord in this world. Yet all paths lead to the same end. All transcendents have the same ultimate destination. In the Myriad Spirits Pavilion's world, there were many transcendents, but none dared to pursue the ultimate end. They only tried to modify their own space, which was a kind of self-imposed limitation. In the end, the Myriad Spirits Pavilion provoked someone they shouldn't have, and the whole world suffered. The Discernment Beast only spoke of surface matters and clearly didn't want to go deeper. But from what was said, Lin Moyu could infer a lot. The Discernment Beast also knew Lin Moyu would figure things out, but that was Lin Moyu's business. Lin Moyu was now 90% certain the Discernment Beast had come from the Myriad Spirits Pavilion's world and survived into this one. Among the many transcendents of that world, probably only the Myriad Marvel's Supreme dared to attempt the ultimate level. But because it was too easy to become a transcendent in that world, breaking through to the ultimate level was almost impossible. In contrast, in Lin Moyu's world, if someone could take the last step after becoming eternal, they'd have a much better chance at the ultimate level. The ultimate level was mysterious. Even the Discernment Beast didn't know exactly what it was, but was certain it existed. This made Lin Moyu think the Discernment Beast had seen someone at that level with its own eyes. His first thought was of the green-robed old man and the white-robed elder. Those two might have already reached the ultimate level, or they wouldn't be able to come and go in the world so freely. There was also the green-robed old man's partner, who was probably the same. The Discernment Beast laughed.
Stop guessing. You're not even a transcendent yet. Wait until you are, then you can think about these things.
Lin Moyu laughed at himself.
I can at least say I've met a transcendent.
The Discernment Beast shook its head.
Wan Zhongling doesn't count. He said he stayed for the Myriad Spirits Pavilion, but really, he was just timid.
As it spoke, it looked off into the distance.
All right, your foolish friend has been rescued. I don't want his stupidity to pollute my home. Take him and go.
The Discernment Beast was clearly trying to send him away, and Lin Moyu knew its temperament and that it didn't want to see Antares.
Then I'll take my leave, Senior. I'll visit again when I have the chance.
With that, he left some wild beast essence and departed. In the Dragon Lake Small Spirit Domain, Lin Moyu found the unconscious Antares, with the Golden Furnace Emperor's projection beside him clearly. It was the Emperor who had brought him out. When Lin Moyu appeared, the projection vanished, not wanting to meet him.
No wonder, raised by the Discernment Beast, they have the same temper.
Lin Moyu muttered, wrapping Antares in a soul flower and taking him away. The Golden Furnace Emperor appeared before the Discernment Beast and bowed.
Teacher, it's done.
The Discernment Beast suddenly asked,
Jineo, do you resent me for not letting you take the last step?
The Golden Furnace Emperor shook his head.
No, I understand. I can try that step.
The Discernment Beast said,
It's not that you can't try, but the chance of success is less than 1%. You're the second Emperor, and your innate talent is already a notch below the first. The first tried to take that step, became a transcendent, and disappeared. No one knows if he's alive or dead. If you insist, you'll probably end up the same. I don't want that for you.
The Golden Furnace Emperor replied,
I understand.
The Discernment Beast sighed.
As long as you do. If you ever really want to try, I'll do everything I can to help.
After Lin Moyu and Jineo left, the island returned to peace. The Discernment Beast sighed.
Wan Zhongling was timid, but so am I. The ultimate level, never mind, best not to think about it.
It shook its head with a wry smile, full of self-mockery. A moment later, it suddenly realized,
That brat, he promised me a new formation, but broke mine and didn't replace it. Next time I see him, I'll definitely teach him a lesson.
Chapter 4023. The Mother Jiao. Dragging the Soul Flower, Lin Moyu stopped by the world occupied by the Soul Heart King. Thousands of years had passed, and the Soul Heart King was still merging with the world, in a state of slumber. Merging with a world is an extremely slow process. Without external help, it would take at least tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of years. Lin Moyu tossed a piece of spirit nurturing wood into the world, which could help the Soul Heart King speed up the fusion and also aid the world's growth. Leaving the Dragon Lake small spirit domain, the Dragon Lake King finally breathed a sigh of relief.
That guy finally left.
Lin Moyu had put immense pressure on him. Every extra day Lin Moyu stayed was another day of anxiety. Now that he was gone, the Dragon Lake King could relax and sleep in peace. That was the life he wanted. Half a day later, the soul flower dissipated, and Antares woke up with a dragon's roar. Seeing Lin Moyu, Antares was stunned.
Why are you here?
Lin Moyu said irritably,
Didn't I tell you to find a suitable world? Why did you go to the Beast Abyss?
Antares replied,
So that place I went to was called the Beast Abyss.
Seeing his blank, innocent look, Lin Moyu snapped.
Don't play dumb, spill it.
Antares recalled,
I looked for several worlds, but none were suitable. The Tao Lords in those worlds were interested in me and tried to catch me. I fought them, but there was no clear winner, so it all ended inconclusively. Later, I finally found a world with a dragon race. There was a female emperor there, a mother dragon. She took a liking to me and wanted to have kids with me. I couldn't beat her.
Lin Moyu was speechless, hearing such an absurd story. The Mother Dragon Queen wanted to force Antares to have children. He couldn't win, so he desperately fled. After using a secret technique to escape, he ended up in the Beast Abyss. Lin Moyu stifled a laugh.
Why didn't you just agree? She only wanted you to have kids, not your life. Besides, you're a dragon. Dragons are famous for spreading their seed everywhere, or there wouldn't be so many mixed-blood dragons.
Antares protested with a dragon roar.
I'm a dragon god. My bloodline is noble. How could I just spread it around?
Lin Moyu grinned, clearly not buying it.
Sounds to me like you just couldn't beat her and were embarrassed to admit it.
Antares nearly exploded.
Nonsense, she was just too ugly. I wasn't interested.
Lin Moyu let the joke drop.
All right, you're pure as jade. So what happened after you entered the Beast Abyss?
Antares frowned as he recalled.
My memory's a bit fuzzy. That place was weird. It messed with my mind. There were a lot of soul beasts, but they were well behaved and didn't bother me. I don't know what that place was. Since they didn't bother me, I left them alone. But later, some other guys came after me. They were kind of like soul beasts, but I'm sure they weren't. They attacked me, saying I wasn't following the rules and needed to be punished. Of course, I fought back. These guys looked tough but were weak. I killed a bunch with my dragon breath. But they just kept coming. Kill a batch. More would show up, and they got stronger and stronger. Eventually, I got tired and started retreating. I don't know how many years passed like that.
Antares made it sound casual, but Lin Moyu sensed it was more complicated. From the description, there were strange beings in the Beast Abyss, almost like administrators, enforcing basic order and punishing violators. They weren't strong individually, but couldn't be killed off. Knowing Antares, he probably couldn't win and had to run. Lin Moyu snorted.
Are you hiding something?
Antares insisted.
No, nothing to hide.
But Lin Moyu wasn't fooled.
Tell the truth. You know you can't hide it from me.
Antares hesitated, then finally admitted.
Those guys got stronger and stronger. Later, even tougher ones showed up, but I could still beat them. But then, for some reason, they became immune to my attacks. I couldn't do anything but run.
So, the enemies adapted to Antares' attacks, forcing him to flee. This immunity reminded Lin Moyu of the Soul Eater spirits, but the ones in the Beast Abyss must be some kind of world rule manifestation. Lin Moyu said.
And then you waited until the Golden Furnace Emperor came to save you.
Antares was puzzled.
Wasn't it you who saved me? I just felt a big hand grab me, then I blacked out.
Right, so the Golden Furnace Emperor had yanked Antares out of the beast abyss. The details didn't matter. Lin Moyu shook his head.
Doesn't matter. What's important now is getting you to fake your death and escape. You don't have time to find a suitable world, so I'll use Plan B and put you in my Great Thousand World.
Antares asked.
How confident are you?
Lin Moyu said.
Over 80% it should work.
Antares agreed immediately.
Good enough, let's do it. I'm tired of this place anyway.
Lin Moyu could tell Antares was still hiding something.
Seriously, what else aren't you telling me?
Antares hesitated, but under Lin Moyu's stare, finally confessed.
That mother dragon did something to me. She said no matter where I go, she'll find me.
His voice was quieter now, clearly lacking confidence. Lin Moyu asked.
Did she mean she could find you in the real world or the soul void?
Antares replied.
Seems like both.
Lin Moyu was speechless. No wonder Antares was so eager to go to the Great Thousand World he was running for his life. Suddenly, Antares looked into the distance.
Oh no, she's coming. Quick, check what she did to me.
Lin Moyu looked into Antares' soul and saw a faint light deep inside, carrying a strange power. Lin Moyu sighed.
Looks like you really can't escape.
Antares wailed.
Even you can't help?
Lin Moyu said.
I don't know what method she used, but the mark isn't in your soul, it's in your true spirit. I'm actually curious how she managed that.
Chapter 4024. Antares is a virgin. Lin Moyu had never seen anyone who could directly tamper with a true spirit. There must be something special about this. The true spirit is one of the most mysterious things in existence, even in various worlds. Only a true spirit imprint exists. Yet the other party could manipulate the true spirit's essence itself, which was truly intriguing. Suddenly, space nearby split open. Accompanied by a dragon's roar, a divine dragon flew out from the rift.
A great Tao Lord.
Lin Moyu sensed the newcomer's aura and realized it was a great Tao Lord. No wonder Antares couldn't defeat her. She had used the mark she left to cross space, which is why she could claim she could find Antares no matter where he ran. Sensing her aura and seeing which Tao she cultivated, Lin Moyu was a bit surprised.
Profound deemed great Tao Lord.
Lin Moyu immediately understood why she was interested in Antares. Antares was born from the Yang Dragon Tao, possessing extremely strong Yang energy. Although he later fused with the Yin Dragon, the Yang Dragon Tao still dominated his body. Outwardly, Antares radiated pure Yang energy. Yin and Yang complement each other, so this mother dragon naturally saw Antares as a treasure. Antares shrank his massive body and hid behind Lin Moyu, trembling.
Kid, help me.
Lin Moyu laughed.
I think she's great. You two would complement each other perfectly. You'd gain a lot from this.
Antares protested.
No way. I don't have any feelings for her.
Dragon race personality caring about this? Lin Moyu didn't believe a word. Lin Moyu greeted the mother dragon.
Lin Moyu of the human race, greetings.
The mother dragon looked at Lin Moyu, then at Antares hiding behind him. Her huge form shrank and she transformed into a human shape, bowing slightly.
Long Yi greets Taoist Lin.
Very polite. Lin Moyu's first impression of Long Yi was good. For a proud dragon, and a great Tao Lord at that, to take human form and converse was rare. After her greeting, Long Yi looked at Antares.
Why are you hiding? I'm not going to eat you.
Antares grunted twice but said nothing. Lin Moyu joked.
Senior Long Yi, are you planning to take him back to be your breeding dragon?
Long Yi immediately corrected him.
Don't make it sound so bad. I just want him to come back and be the Dragon Emperor.
Lin Moyu smiled.
Senior, you should know that in his own world, he's also a dragon god, and now has the ancestral dragon's bloodline. He's the leader of the dragon race there.
Long Yi said.
I know that world. It's called the Origin Continent, right? The will of that world is no good.
That made things easier. Lin Moyu said.
So even if you force him to go, it's useless. His true spirit imprint is still in the origin continent, and his life and death are controlled by the world will.
Long Yi replied.
No problem. If he's willing to be Dragon Emperor, I can use the power of my world to try to seize his true spirit imprint.
Lin Moyu was surprised so that was possible. This profound Great Tao Lord seemed very knowledgeable about true spirits. Lin Moyu's eyes narrowed.
As far as I know, aside from the true fire Tao, no other Tao or method can directly manipulate a true spirit. Senior Long Yi, how did you plant a mark in his true spirit?
Long Yi said.
That's not something I can tell you. Just come back with me and be the Dragon Emperor. I'll help you gain your freedom, and as Dragon Emperor, you'll command billions of dragons. Your status will be equal to mine.
Hearing this, Antares poked his head out and firmly replied.
No.
Long Yi said.
This Lin kid is right. I left a mark in your true spirit. No matter where you run, it's useless.
Antares stubbornly said.
I'm not going. I don't even know you. Why should I be your Dragon Emperor and have kids with you?
Lin Moyu suddenly whispered.
Antares, don't tell me you're still a virgin?
Antares shrieked.
None of your business. Hurry up and get rid of this mother dragon for me.
Now Lin Moyu understood why Antares was so flustered. He really was a virgin dragon.
Haha, I can't believe it. You actually.
Lin Moyu couldn't help but laugh out loud. Antares, embarrassed and angry, shouted.
Say that again and I'll never speak to you again.
Lin Moyu laughed.
All right, no more jokes. Don't worry, with me here, no one can take you away.
He turned to Long Yi.
Senior Long Yi, please leave. Antares doesn't want to go with you, so you can't take him.
Long Yi frowned.
Lin kid, do you know who you're talking to?
Lin Moyu said.
Of course I do. Profounding Great Tao Lord, your realm is higher than mine, but realm doesn't equal strength.
He snapped his fingers, and hundreds of millions of undead servants appeared in the void, glaring at Long Yi. Though they were only Tao Lord level, their numbers were overwhelming. Long Yi snorted in disdain.
No wonder you dare talk to me like this, with so many Tao Lord puppets. But do you really think these can stop me?
Lin Moyu replied.
Of course not. I can bring out 100 or 1,000 times more. But no matter how many Tao Lords, they can't stop you. Still, it would take you a long time to kill them all. And if, during that time, they invade your world, how many could you save?
Long Yi's eyes narrowed, killing intent rising as she let out a cold dragon roar.
Are you threatening me?
Lin Moyu said.
Not a threat, just stating a fact. Antares is my sworn brother. If you insist, I'll fight you to the death. But that's not an outcome you want.
Though he denied it, Lin Moyu was clearly threatening Long Yi. If she tried to take Antares, he'd retaliate by attacking her world. After a moment's standoff, Long Yi finally backed down a little and looked at Antares.
Why don't you want to be my Dragon Emperor?
Lin Moyu asked too.
Yeah, why not? I think Senior Long Yi is great.
Antares replied with a sigh.
When I was a young dragon, I dreamed of a passionate romance. Otherwise, what's the point of a dragon's life?
Before he could finish, Lin Moyu slapped him.
Speak properly.
Antares said.
It's the truth. You have to build a relationship first. That's love. You can't just force it. I've seen too many loveless unions. Having kids without feelings is just a transaction.
Chapter 4025. He's different. He can't break free. Lin Moyu was stunned. He never expected that someone as brash as Antares would be so particular about love. Not only was Lin Moyu surprised, but so was Long Yi, the profound Great Tao Lord and Dragon Empress. As the Dragon Empress of her world, she knew exactly what dragon nature was like. Even in different worlds, dragon races were largely the same, domineering, lustful, spreading their seed everywhere, resulting in countless mixed blood dragons. She had tried to curb this many times, but with little effect. So when she was drawn to Antares' pure young aura and wanted him as her mate and dragon emperor, she never imagined he would refuse. Long Yi's eyes grew brighter, as if she'd found a lotus in a muddy world. Her voice trembled slightly with excitement.
You really think that way?
Antares snorted.
Of course. If I can't have true love, I'd rather stay single forever. If you want to force me to breed, I'd rather die.
Long Yi's voice quivered.
I understand. I was wrong before. I'll take my leave for now.
With that, she turned and vanished into the depths of the void. Lin Moyu sighed and patted Antares on the head.
I never thought you were not just an old virgin dragon, but a pure-hearted one too.
Antares snorted.
Is she really gone? She won't come back to catch me, right?
Lin Moyu replied.
Relax, she's gone.
With that reassurance, Antares finally breathed easy.
Good, now she probably won't try to force me anymore. Instead, she'll try to court me, and eventually fall in love with me.
Lin Moyu was about to praise Antares for his change of heart, but was caught off guard by this sudden shift. He stared blankly.
What do you mean?
Antares snorted.
You're really slow. I mean, only this way will she pursue me, fall deeply in love, and eventually we'll become Tao partners. Then she'll listen to me, and we'll be a perfect couple.
Lin Moyu was speechless for a while before finally saying,
So you're plotting against her. If you wanted to be with her, why not just go? Didn't you hear? She wanted you as the Dragon Emperor.
Antares replied,
You don't get it. If I was forced to go, even as Dragon Emperor, it would be an empty title. I'm just a Tao Lord, she's a great Tao Lord, she'd suppress me completely. And if she forced me, would she treasure me? Once I'm no use, she'd kick me aside. But now, she'll see I'm different from other dragons. A pure-hearted dragon like me is rare. Didn't you notice her expression change? She won't give up, she'll pursue me, and then I can take the lead.
Listening to Antares' analysis, Lin Moyu realized he'd underestimated him. He always thought Antares wasn't very smart, but now it seemed he'd been wrong. This was a textbook case of playing hard to get. Antares said proudly,
Now you see, I'm not stupid, just don't like to use my brain. But if I do, who can compare?
Seeing how smug he was, Lin Moyu ignored him.
Let's go, time to get back to business. The world is awakening, we don't have much time.
Antares jumped in alarm.
Let's hurry then.
The two hurried back. Lin Moyu explained the detailed process to Antares and gave him the heaven-covering stone and immortal jade. Antares, howling in pain, split his soul into 1/3 refining the heaven-covering stone, the other 2/3 refining the immortal jade. The soul-wrenching pain had Antares screaming all the way, and Lin Moyu suspected even the screams were half-acted, half real. By the time they returned to the world-sealing Tao Lord's world, there were already 2 Antareses. Lin Moyu said,
Don't waste time, get started.
Antares nodded and self-destructed without hesitation. The soul that refined the heaven-covering stone exploded instantly, and the remaining 2/3 vanished as well. The origin continent mourned. Torrential rain poured down. This time, not even a month had passed since the last Tao Lord's fall. Another one had
died.
But those on the outer Great Tao and the origin continent seemed used to it. So what if someone died? They always came back. A Tao Lord sensed it and confirmed that the new dragon god of the dragon race had fallen. One would expect some reaction from the dragon race, but there was none. They seemed used to it, as if every Tao Lord's fall was just a fake, and their dragon god would return as well. With the immortal jade's power, Antares' soul was being reborn, though the process was slow, at least a year or more. Suddenly, Lin Moyu looked ahead as space split open and Long Yi reappeared.
What happened?
Long Yi asked urgently, her gaze falling on Antares with some confusion. Lin Moyu said,
We're working on a way to fake death and revive.
Long Yi seemed to understand.
You're trying to break free from that world?
Lin Moyu nodded.
Exactly.
Long Yi sensed carefully, then frowned.
Something's wrong. Can you tell me your method? I feel like something isn't right.
Lin Moyu didn't fully trust her.
You tell me what's wrong first.
Long Yi said,
He's different. He can't break free.
"But
He.
she meant Antares. He was different from the others." Lin Moyu was stunned, then realized she was right. Antares was a dragon, born from the Yin-Yang origin, and now the Tao Lord of the Yang Dragon Tao, representing the Yang origin of the origin continent's Yin-Yang source. Other people's true spirit imprints were just on the world's surface and could be erased at any time. But Antares' true spirit imprint was like a brand on the world, almost impossible to remove. Plus, Long Yi had tampered with Antares' true spirit and seemed to have a special connection to it. After thinking it over, Lin Moyu decided to trust Long Yi and explained his method. Since there was no conflict of interest, there was no harm in sharing. Long Yi said,
I don't know what your heaven-covering stone and immortal jade are, but this fake death method works for ordinary beings. It's useless for creatures born from the world's yin-yang origin. His true spirit isn't just an imprint, at least part of the true spirit itself is in that world.
Lin Moyu frowned.
Then what do we do?
Long Yi thought for a moment, then decided,
I have a secret art that I stumbled upon. It's very effective for true spirits. Since you're from the same world, you can use this secret art to protect his true spirit and help him truly break free.
Chapter 4026, True Spirit Life Technique. Long Yi handed a dragon scale inscribed with a secret art to Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu didn't take it immediately, instead asking,
Why?
The last time Long Yi visited, she was tight-lipped about true spirit matters and unwilling to share. Why was she suddenly willing to reveal it now? Was it just a woman's fickleness? Or was it because of Antares? Did she actually have feelings for him? Maybe a little, but not enough to make her give up something so precious. Such a secret art was incredibly valuable. How could she give it away so easily? Long Yi replied,
I have my reasons, but please believe me, I truly want to help him.
She no longer referred to herself as this emperor, clearly lowering her stance. Lin Moyu could tell she was sincere about helping Antares. As Lin Moyu took the dragon scale and prepared to examine the secret art, Long Yi suddenly said,
Please promise me, Lin Taoist, not to spread this secret art.
Lin Moyu nodded.
Don't worry, no one else will know.
Long Yi nodded.
I trust you.
Lin Moyu didn't know why she trusted his promise, but now wasn't the time to question it. He quickly examined the dragon scale and absorbed all the secret art within. The secret art was called
True Spirit Life Technique,
created specifically for manipulating true spirits. However, it was incomplete. Only a portion was included. Its functions were simple. First, it could mark another's true spirit so that as long as the target remained in this world, they could be tracked. With the tracking technique included, one could break through space and arrive in an instant. The key was that it didn't require mastery of the space Tao. Even a Tao Lord could use it. This explained how Long Yi could appear so quickly before. Another function of the secret art allowed one to erase their true spirit imprint from a world. However, this erasure came at a cost. One would lose a portion of their cultivation in that world, dropping significantly in realm. A Tao Lord would fall to the Great Tao realm, and not even as a top-tier soul, possibly dropping to a third or even second-tier soul. This loss was severe and hard to recover from, making the method undesirable. The True Spirit Life technique also included a method to transfer a true spirit imprint from one world to another. Because this was a transfer, not an erasure, the cost was much lower. The catch was that it required mobilizing the full power of a world, essentially pitting two worlds against each other. If the original world was too strong, the transfer could fail. Long Yi had said she could use her world's power to help Antares move his true spirit imprint to her world. She was referring to this method. Her world was strong, not weaker than the origin continent, so she was confident. Clearly, she was willing to do a lot for Antares, even at considerable cost. But Lin Moyu was curious why she'd go so far. Was it just for Antares' body? That seemed unlikely. A great Tao Lord wouldn't act so irrationally. She must have other motives. Still, it was Antares' business, and Lin Moyu didn't care to meddle. His job was to help Antares transfer his true spirit imprint. The other world Lin Moyu had in mind was, of course, his own Great Thousand World. Although newly formed and young from a world's perspective, the Great Thousand World was fundamentally different. It wasn't just a world within the origin continent, but an existence on the same level as the origin continent itself. Within it were countless middle and small worlds, while the origin continent was just one world within its own universe. By mobilizing the power of the Great Thousand World, Lin Moyu felt it should be possible, especially since the origin continent's world hadn't fully revived, making resistance weaker. The only issue was that the Great Thousand World didn't belong to this universe, so moving the true spirit imprint there was equivalent to changing universes. The origin continent couldn't interfere, but the cosmic rules might not allow it. Still, even if the rules objected, at least the imprint could be moved out. Afterwards, it could be placed elsewhere, or Antares could die again to let the imprint return to the cosmos. Either way, there would be options. Without hesitation, Lin Moyu mentally rehearsed the secret art several times. Fortunately, it was simple, much easier than the myriad spirit's secret art. That was why Long Yi could give it to him now. If it were too complex, there wouldn't be time. In just half a day, Lin Moyu had a basic grasp of the true spirit transfer method. With a thought, a strange aura rose in his soul, emitting peculiar sounds like rain, waves, birds, and beasts. All the sounds of the world seemed contained within, forming a special frequency that resonated with the origin continent. Lin Moyu's soul didn't make much of a disturbance, but in the origin continent, the third of his soul left behind also activated the true spirit transfer technique. The secret art shook the entire world, reaching the world's core to find Antares' true spirit. The world reacted violently, and Lin Moyu found the secret art was accelerating the world will's revival. The world will's aura was rising fast. At this rate, it would recover partially in a few days. Early revival would weaken the world will, but to kill Antares, it wouldn't need much effort, just a thought to erase his true spirit. Lin Moyu's heart tightened. Time was short. With the secret art, his mind entered a strange space filled with countless points of light, like a sky full of stars. These were the true spirit imprints of every living being in the origin continent, each protected by the world's power. He could see but not touch them. Among the endless imprints, Lin Moyu quickly locked onto Antares's. Unlike others, which floated or were like ordinary writing, Antares's imprint was deeply embedded, fused with the space itself. The world's power enveloped it, making it nearly impossible to separate. Even death wouldn't erase it. The world might just nurture it again, and another Antares could appear in the future. Only if the world will destroyed this era could Antares truly die. Lin Moyu thought.
The ancestral dragon probably didn't know this. If he had, he might have chosen to die and reincarnate, maybe even with memories. What a pity.
Having found the true spirit, Lin Moyu sped up the secret art. The power of the Great Thousand Worlds surged from his body, joining the secret art to form 10 giant hands reaching for Antares' true spirit imprint at the core of the origin continent. Chapter 4027. Then let's go big. The world power protecting Antares' true spirit imprint, the world power of the origin continent collided with the power of Lin Moyu's Great Thousand World. The clash of two world powers erupted with tremendous force, sending the true spirit imprints scattering to every corner and clearing a vast space.
Impudent!
Lin Moyu seemed to hear a furious roar, the wrath of the world itself, shaking his soul to its core. He could feel the entire world's anger, and the world will's revival was accelerating as a result. Only natives of this world could enter here, and now a native was using the power of another world to seize a true spirit imprint. This was the act of a traitor. How could the world will not be enraged? Using the heaven-covering stone was like being a thief, but this was outright robbery. Lin Moyu ignored it, enduring the discomfort in his soul and channeling even more power from the Great Thousand World to forcibly suppress the origin continent's power. The true spirit life technique was meant to be performed by Antares himself, using the power of Long Yi's world. The backlash should have been shared by Antares, Long Yi, and her world. That was the price Long Yi had spoken of. But now, since Antares couldn't act, Lin Moyu had to do it himself, bearing all the backlash with the Great Thousand World. The Great Thousand World rumbled, and the Origin Continent's power surged in, pressing down on the Great Thousand World. As a mature world, the Origin Continent's power was stronger than the Great Thousand World's. Fortunately, the Great Thousand World's essence was higher, so no matter how strong the Origin Continent was, it couldn't harm the Great Thousand World like a ton of cotton unable to crush a pound of steel. In fact, under this pressure, the Great Thousand World absorbed and refined world crystals and wild beast essence even faster, and its Tao evolution also accelerated.
So pressure really does create motivation, huh?
Lin Moyu thought, both amused and helpless. Helping Antares transfer his true spirit turned out to be quite beneficial. The Great Thousand World's giant hand broke through layers of resistance and finally grasped Antares' true spirit imprint. Lin Moyu continued to drive the true spirit life technique, pulling Antares' true spirit imprint out. The Origin Continent grew even angrier, but could do nothing to stop him, only watch as Antares' imprint was removed. Under the protection of the Great Thousand World's power, even the revived world will of the Origin Continent couldn't easily erase Antares.
That's my true spirit imprint.
During the process, Lin Moyu saw his own true spirit imprint. He tried to use the Great Thousand World's power to take his own imprint, but an invisible force erupted from it, his own power blasting him away. The true spirit life technique specifically warned not to use it on your own imprint. Lin Moyu just wanted to try, but failed.
A healer cannot heal himself.
He sighed. Amidst the Origin Continent's fury, Lin Moyu successfully extracted Antares' true spirit imprint. He then attempted to place it into the Great Thousand World, but an invisible force blocked him. Lin Moyu realized the rules of the universe wouldn't allow it. Antares, after all, belonged to this universe, and the Great Thousand World was outside it. His true spirit imprint couldn't enter, unless Lin Moyu could obtain the true spirit's essence and send that in as well.
Put it away for now.
Lin Moyu decided, storing the imprint in his spatial storage. This time, it worked. The storage space was as miraculous as ever. In the soul void, Lin Moyu's soul slowly opened its eyes.
It worked, but there's a problem.
Long Yi immediately asked.
What problem?
She seemed very concerned about Antares, not even asking how Lin Moyu succeeded or where his world's power came from. Lin Moyu said,
His true spirit imprint can't be placed into the world I prepared.
Long Yi replied without hesitation.
There are two options. 1, put the imprint in my world. You can trust me. I won't harm him. 2, let him refine the imprint himself. That means returning it to the universe. But he'll become a dragon without a home unless he can find 10 suitable worlds.
She was being honest. With so few dragons and the Yin-Yang division, it would be hard for Antares to find a suitable world. Lin Moyu said,
Let's wait for him to revive and let him decide.
He wouldn't decide for Antares knowing his character. He'd rather be a rootless dragon than let someone else control his true spirit. Maybe it didn't matter now, but in the future, who knew? Antares and Lin Moyu had different roots and goals, so Lin Moyu would respect his choice. Antares was still reforming his soul in the immortal jade, and it would be a while before he recovered. Lin Moyu said,
Long Yi, please watch over them for me. I have something to take care of.
Long Yi nodded.
Don't worry, no one can touch them with me here.
Lin Moyu trusted her, leaving Antares and the world's sealing Tao Lord in her care, and headed for the Origin Continent. In the Origin Continent, after reclaiming Antares' true spirit imprint, Lin Moyu went to Antares' body and collected it, then did the same for the world sealing Tao Lord's body. With the world will about to awaken, it would soon know what had happened and realize these Tao Lord's true spirit imprints were gone, then search for their bodies. When it found the bodies missing, it would understand. Lin Moyu never intended to hide his actions. The world will would come for him. If he wasn't around, it would target his friends and family, or even attack Yuedao City. Sacrificing all life was the world will's specialty. Maybe it would even destroy this era, erasing all true spirits. Each provocation pushed the world will to awaken sooner, compressing Lin Moyu's time. Only 3 to 5 days remained, barely enough to do anything more.
Since I've already done this much, Might as well go all out.
A wild idea flashed through Lin Moyu's mind. He activated the secret art again and entered the space of True Spirit Imprint. Chapter 4028. Burying the World. Stimulated by Lin Moyu's actions, the world will awaken much earlier than expected, forcing another change in plans. Originally, Lin Moyu wanted to proceed step by step, helping others break free one by one, then escaping the origin continent himself. Now, it was clear he no longer had time. Even if he managed to escape, the newly awakened world would be furious and sacrifice all living beings in the world. That was not something Lin Moyu wanted to see. So he made a bold decision. He charged once more into the space of True Spirit Imprints. The power of the Great Thousand Worlds surged forth, manifesting countless giant hands that reached for all the True Spirit Imprints at once. Lin Moyu planned to take all the True Spirit Imprints with him, making it impossible for the world to perform a mass sacrifice. Previously, without the True Spirit Life technique, he could only settle for less. Now, with the technique, this was possible. Of course, these True Spirit Imprints would eventually have to be returned to the origin continent. Otherwise, for the living beings, the best-case scenario would be a heavily damaged foundation and a drastic drop in cultivation. Worst case, they'd die outright. Lin Moyu was well aware of the consequences. He was only taking them temporarily. Once he dealt with the world he would return the imprints. The world's rage grew more intense. Previously, taking one imprint was tolerable, but now he was trying to take billions. This was digging up the origin continent's very roots, utterly unforgivable. The not yet fully awakened world instinctively fought back, unleashing terrifying power to try to obliterate Lin Moyu, the instigator. The world's power was immense, but Lin Moyu had the entire Great Thousand World and trillions of undead servants to share the attacks, allowing him to ignore the origin continent's assault. In terms of raw power, Lin Moyu could already contend with the world will. No matter how strong the world will was, it was only a great Tao Lord, perhaps even weaker than a true great Tao Lord. Dealing with a world will was not difficult for him. What Lin Moyu truly feared was the True Spirit Imprints. In the hands of the world will, they could determine his life and death, as well as the fate of billions of beings on the origin continent. Ignoring everything else, he seized the Heavenly Emperor's True Spirit Imprint. The origin continent was even more agitated. The world's rage became flames, and the entire world roared. On the outer Great Tao, countless Taos manifested, each one becoming violent and unstable, unable to accommodate cultivators. Buildings along the Taos collapsed, and cultivators fled into the sky.
What's happening? What's wrong with the Taos? Why are they all appearing at once? The Taos have changed. They're unstable, like they could explode at any moment. I can feel all the Taos boiling with anger. The world is furious. Look at the origin continent.
Countless voices rang out as everyone on the outer Great Tao turned to look at the origin continent. The origin continent was shaking violently, its 5 continents trembling as if in an earthquake. Volcanoes erupted, giant waves rose in the boundary sea, and the sky filled with crimson fire clouds, threatening a rain of fire at any moment. Purple-black lightning flickered among the clouds, as if the world was about to unleash an apocalyptic judgment. Cultivators on the origin continent looked up, feeling immense pressure, their powers suppressed and unable to move. Ordinary people knelt in terror, praying to the heavens. Both the outer Great Tao and the origin continent were plunged into a doomsday crisis.
It's over. This world is finished. It's Lin Moyu. It must be him. He must have known the world would become like this. That's why he let his people escape first. Maybe the world is like this because of him.
Lin Moyu sensed the world will's awakening accelerating. The world's power surged, fighting him for control of the true spirits. He saw everything happening outside. Although the world will wasn't fully awake, it had already made its choice. Sensing a threat, it chose to destroy the world, just as it had in the previous 2 eras. It wasn't willing to take risks if danger appeared. It would rather start over. Time meant nothing to it. It could wait billions of years if needed.
If you want to destroy the world, then let's do it.
Lin Moyu had long anticipated that the world might go berserk, using any means necessary, including world destruction and mass sacrifice. That's why he'd made so many preparations to guard against this.
Activate the formation.
With a thought, the formation he'd set up erupted into action. Countless beams of light rose from the origin continent, each one rooted in a source spirit vein, carrying boundless origin energy. The beams collided in the sky, then exploded, weaving a giant net that covered the entire continent. The formation's origin energy surged, its power shocking everyone. No one knew how many source spirit veins lay beneath the land and sea. Only Lin Moyu and the world knew. Now, all of them erupted, their combined strength far surpassing any Dao Lord. Someone exclaimed,
"That's Lin Moyu's formation. He's drawing all the power from the source spirit veins. My God, how powerful is this formation? It's strong, but with so many different energies, how does he control it? Isn't he afraid it'll go haywire? Don't forget what Lin Moyu left behind."
What he left was the divine continent cauldron, which suppressed all the source spirit veins. As they spoke, the cauldron rose from the earth, taking command of all the veins. The formation was complete, the origin energy forming a giant net protecting the 5 continents and the boundary sea. The once trembling land grew calm. But this was just the beginning. The formation continued, connecting to the outer heaven Dao. Infinite Dao power was drawn in, merging into the formation. From the divine continent cauldron, several treasure vases flew out, releasing great Dao origin energy. This energy acted as a catalyst, fusing all the Dao powers together without any conflict. The formation grew even stronger, sealing the origin continent tightly. The outer great Dao, now drained of power, also quieted down. Lin Moyu felt the formation and snorted.
"You want to go crazy? I'll turn your wall into a mountain. Let's see you jump now."
The world wanted to destroy the world, but Lin Moyu refused to let it. He gathered all the world's power to form a defense, preventing the world will from acting. If the world wanted to destroy the world, it would first have to seize control from Lin Moyu. After stopping the world will from destroying the world, Lin Moyu continued to seize true spirit imprints, taking more and more by force.
"You're courting death."
A furious roar echoed through the heavens as the world finally awakened. Everyone saw a terrifying giant manifest, towering to the sky, appearing in the void.